Holy hell. Before we start the video, just to let you know, if I'm a little quiet or so, it's because I'm so invested in the story, and it's kind of shocking as well, the stuff that happens in there. So it's kind of hard to get some stuff out, but you know, I do say some stuff, or I try to say some stuff. Anyway, back to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Supposed to be playing this game. I have no idea what this is about, honestly. I just see the skin like recommended on like YouTube. Haven't watched any videos on it. Literally haven't. Saving it for this. So suppose we should get into this. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wait, what? I don't really like the start of that. In the basement?
You're here to slay her.
Oh, what?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, why? This is the end of the world. What are you talking about? You consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? But it seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Dude, have you considered maybe I'm I don't know, maybe I'm I'm gonna go. Whoa, wait, it's more? What are you? Turn around and leave.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Why not? I mean, I'm fine with it.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I mean, not evil, but wait, are these just like...
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
No more people? Oh, right, then let's let the world end. Okay, what was that?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do.
I don't trust this narrator.
Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
I don't trust you. You seem evil.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I haven't seen the rest of the journey. What are you talking about? I don't trust this guy. I gotta careful with the button I click.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
What ticking clock?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I don't believe that statement.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
What?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I still do not believe you, man.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
I mean, is there any chance that it doesn't ruin everything and just making this up?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
How is it my job? Where did I come from? Who am I?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying
What?
a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
No, it's
If
not.
anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
But I'm not a monarchist. I'm just saying it's still bad killing someone.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Really? Can you tell me what the
It's
prize
a
is
secret,
between a good
but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Get some
Oh,
nice
if
for
only
this.
that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
How do you know? Who am I?
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
I think you're trying to... I don't know. My brain's trying to figure you out, bro. I just don't know.
Are you serious?
Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll play her. I'm not committing to anything until I've heard. Yeah.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I didn't know who to distrust now. I don't trust this guy, but now I know if I trust it. I don't trust anyone. Easy.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I don't trust the princess.
Oh, sure.
I trust myself.
Go. Talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Okay, can I switch that off? Preferences off. Pick the speed. What the? There we go.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Maybe I should have tried to look around with the camera. Well,
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
oh, shit.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
How about I don't grab it? Yeah, fine, I'll
You
take it in
take the
case.
blade from the table.
Okay, I'm not gonna stab her with it.
The door
I
to
shouldn't
the
have taken the
basement
blade,
creaks
should I?
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
No?
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Still
Who's
not.
there?
Hey, can we turn around?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the minute.
Hi. Just checking on you. Hey, I think I'm here to get... Really? Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Never mind, I don't trust her a lot more than the narrator.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
No, I don't.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Listen, narrator, I may not trust you, but I trust her list. Can I go? Can I go just eat a sandwich at home or something instead? Why am I here?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. None. I haven't decided.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
I don't.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Is this the gullible voice in my head? I don't trust that.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster.
Tighten your grip. Why couldn't we just put the knife behind us or something? Pocket the knife or something.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops
I'm
to the
gonna
floor
die,
with an unceremonious clang.
Damn.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I shouldn't have dropped the blade. No.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face,
Okay.
unarmed. We'll be fine.
What's with this finger also?
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Yeah. Can we go get that blade back?
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What? Yeah.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
I don't know if I'd call it a relationship, something else, but relationships sound so serious. Something else. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
That's for your name, not your status. Your status.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Or I can't trust you both, and I should be at home. Probably lying in my bed sleeping.
Too long.
That's not an answer, lady. Please tell me the answer.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, what if I do? You're gonna say she's lying or something? How would I? I'm here.
Don't just tell her that.
No, I'm just gonna tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't
like
trust
the
that shit.
world, I think.
What? Okay, wait, is she a demon?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
She a demon? Is that it?
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they have not.
Princess hesitates before responding.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't trust either of you, but you know, I'm just gonna go with my gut for these answers. Or my instinct.
I don't think I...
Dang it! Keep pressing that button.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Trust. Well, then I guess we're gonna talk more.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you
Yeah,
either.
it doesn't.
Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Okay, listen, man. I don't like the situation, but I don't need the gullible voice telling me that I've been listening to you.
So,
It's my own
I could
choice,
tell
man.
you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Oh. She's good at it.
But you don't really know me, do you? What
No.
can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Same with the narrators. Absolutely nothing.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
And neither is yours. I don't know you.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
What?
We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
What?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
Oh, I get the bad end.
Well,
If there's
we can always
endings
put
to
that
this,
knife to good use.
not gonna use it on me.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Like, she's
Right?
not like cutting off her hand, right?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Okay, that doesn't sound.
You know why you're here.
Way down here at least for me. Keep her locked away. Nah, I'm gonna get you now, you better.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Man, why can't you just make things easy for me, game? I'm so confused.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for.
I've made my choice. I'm locking her in the bait. No, I wanted. Oh, God. And
Oh, for the love of.
I'm gonna hate this, ain't I?
Good. I'm glad you've...
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, I probably am, but I don't have any other choice. I'm not gonna just straight up kill her.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Wait.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Oh, she turns into something, doesn't she?
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for
I
it.
wouldn't just
I'm
put
sure it's somewhere upstairs.
those big of chains on a normal person.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chain.
Yeah.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Whoa.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
I mean, sure, but... Yeesh.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
What?
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What?
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked. You're here. Your shouts and pleas are met. I'll repeat myself once again.
You.
You're here to slay the princess. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
What do you mean? No. Yeah, no, I'm trusting you less and less by the second, narrator.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Or maybe just easier for you.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Wait, does harm come into her? Save the princess.
Against your better
Oh,
judgment,
God.
you place the blade against the princess's arm,
Oh, wait,
just
why is
above
she
the
so
massive, unyielding chain.
creepy?
You cut into her flesh. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
I'm
How
dead.
is she so composed after losing an arm?
She's
It's
not
like she
human.
isn't
I'm
even
dead.
bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
I knew it.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
It's controlling me. What the hell is wrong with my hand? It's...
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No. How about I do nothing? How long that takes? Wait, can one of them change? Bye. There.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Dang it.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Alright.
Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
What if I would have died? I mean, not really, but... on.
The blade. Move the blade.
No. I will not
You're
move.
doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yeah. Help you, right? Not trying to get control over my own body.
I'll make this quick.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. This wasn't supposed to happen. If you're gonna kill me.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hand.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh, you gotta be. You gotta be kidding me.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
What the hell? What?
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Oh.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was. I'm not. I know it's confusing. You're confusing me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
Wait a second.
is a cat. You're here to slay her. My tricks?
What the
What on earth are you talking about?
Oh
We've just
no,
met for the first time.
wait, nah, this is bringing me back to like DDLC or something like that, man. Or like Undertale.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his
Voice of the
mouth.
skeptic, voice.
There's got to be a way out of
Oh.
here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
I'm confused now. Am I a bad guy as well? Is that how this is gonna end?
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Am I going crazy?
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be...
Whoa, go back. Can I go back? Let's assume I'm telling.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge. Let's say for a moment that
Okay.
this really is the second time you've met me, or...
No.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say...
Oh, wait. One sec. Alright, yeah. So I'm back and just had to get something to eat. Let's continue.
Sure you are.
Okay.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Ah, right. Maybe. Kind of like the thing with the... You know what, don't mind me.
If it's the latter,
Let's continue.
what do you think happened after you died?
What do you think happened after?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Or is it just the end of me?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
True.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Oh. What? No, how are we even here first place? How did we get here in the first place?
You're talking in circles.
Yeah, weird.
No, I'm talking in facts. Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time is because I let her. All that she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is.
Which
It's
people?
a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
No, we're complicating things right now. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh,
You're the only person capable of doing this.
Okay.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
He's manipulating us.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Special can mean a lot of different things.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed
Good
that
or
I'm
bad?
here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
What is with this get to the cabin? You're being cagey, or aren't you?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
No, it wouldn't. It would give me more information about the situation that you have told me nothing about. It's not a simple job at all.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us.
No.
I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
No. Tell me the whole thing, the whole story. Then we can continue.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
My skeptics I do.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
Yeah.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Alright. Leave your pockets unchecked. Wait a sec. Just check it.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words within. You find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "That doesn't prove anything. I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow." You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you... Exactly. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. Great.
Yeah,
now,
well,
if you don't
that was
mind,
not
the whole
helpful.
world is waiting with bated...
Turn around and leave. That would be something, wouldn't it? Could proceed to the cabin or could turn around and leave. No. You figure out first.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to... Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Wink.
Wink.
Jeez.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
This clown is just me going insane.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat. The only furniture of note is the blade is... He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Everything's different. Hold on a second. There's bars on the... where the empty windows are. That mirror wasn't there. That table definitely wasn't like that. What is with the door?
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
No, you're lying, or you cannot see this.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, it's just weird.
There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
What do we have to do? Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is. Is this some sort of rehearsed bit?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important.
What
We should
the
keep our
hell?
eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Especially with our hands. Our hands have claws and everything. Some kind of monster. Who is the narrator, really?
Very different.
Yeah.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. Oh, so focus up.
Take the blade into
I'm
the
afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a danger. Are you sure? She killed us with it last. Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
Thanks then.
Still with those past life. Peachy. Well, okay. I'm trusting you.
I shouldn't have skipped all that dialogue. It was probably something important. I won't do that again. Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reef. Wonderful. You do exact. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
What's happening?
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
What the?
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Is that so? Don't think she said that before.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
She's
and
more
lock eyes
chained
with the
up.
princess.
What the?
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
The longer we take keeping her here, her chained up, she's gonna get probably. We gotta find a way to get her out.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What is that for?
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
What the what? I'm going to sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's fine by me.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you told us it.
You do as she asks.
Oh
and sit
wait,
on
is
the
this a
floor,
trap? Ah.
Still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Intentions, what do you mean?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
What the hell?
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. It's complicated things. Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin,
What?
you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
How?
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
What?
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just
Wait,
good luck.
I figure things out and I die, restart. Before, I don't know, some certain time happens. We need to make a choice.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
The alternative?
That's pathetic.
What?
I never said I wasn't.
Okay.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
What the hell is
Exactly,
happening?
he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
No, I'm not going to kill her.
Moving on.
Let's figure
Why
things
is
out.
it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
How?
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Think you're gonna let us fail?
Just give it a rest.
Okay.
This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm not daydreaming, but okay. You were asking about my intentions. What happened after it?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
What?
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Be careful with clicking the button.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
I could.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Oh.
I wouldn't do that if I... And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all. But what if he's telling the truth?
I'll take the risk.
He isn't. I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
What?
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
What?
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me?
What?
Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Yeah.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Okay.
Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're
Probably
waiting
not.
for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
Am I gonna die from like starvation or something?
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here.
Talk to her.
There must be
first.
something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
Well, she can't get out. What do you mean? She cannot get out.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How?
How exactly does that work? It just does.
Or does this harm something about your existence? Maybe something you want?
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Maybe I can...
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk. Remember?
This is not small talk.
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change.
Is this gonna
The
collapse
decay
on us?
comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yeah, what is this?
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
What is this cabin?
Even more silent time
Oh.
passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement.
We're being buried
Dirt
alive.
seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass, until suddenly there are no walls.
What?
And then... And... I think he's gone.
What's happening?
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
I suppose? What the... But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and just left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go back.
There's something dreadful about it. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Or it's reset.
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like? If there's even a her to find anymore.
Yeah.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Is she already gone to the next dungeon? Or cabin basement?
I'm begging
Sure.
you, don't do this.
We have to.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know.
Fine. What the hell? Okay, it's... She's... You're at the cab.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network.
What
I
the
wish
hell?
to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Reading the princess without this thing to get to her? Or is this the princess?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
It's not the princess.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I suppose you're right.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What?
You are familiar, but you are not me.
Hmm.
I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
What?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I don't know.
I know only that they are.
This is kind of weird.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Okay.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Well, that's good, at least. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit. but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Why would I want to forget?
Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
3 more princesses? Is that it?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay.
You ask of things that cannot be done.
Okay.
To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
This is weird, man.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
This is...
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
Do I have to forget to get back there?
Everything, until we meet again.
What if we wait?
If you need time, then I'll wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Hey,
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you.
suppose so.
I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What? What happened? The game just closed. Hold on, let's get back in. What was that?
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Looks like I'm gonna have to get back.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
What? Everything goes dark and you die. That quick? The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I'm talking about... Don't... Look,
If I do all of
while
this.
nevertheless, and before causality, it's no unless... Does it?
Maybe I can.
Oh, like I said... Are you... Of course, I mean... Yes. It's...
Good, Kevin. Maybe. But I'm not. What if I turn around and leave?
Seriously? You're just going to...
Fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the. The only thing that matters is it. I...
Fine. I suppose you just good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our... Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
We can't get away
How
from
convenient.
the cabin.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting...
I don't care, I'm not killing a person.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just and last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
No, it's not.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe...
There's no fine. This is there. I have to go. I guess I start walking. Just keep tracking through.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Are we? I know about that.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
The cabin?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
What is going on?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Not about irritating you, man. I just don't want to kill someone.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Right.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
What? Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. A terrible... If he doesn't... If the world... What are you... You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please, a warning before you go any
I might have
further.
clicked the wrong thing, but...
She will lie. She will cheat. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we ignore him. He's just being Let's...
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong.
Whoa.
A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, the only furniture of note is a plain table. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? I've already told you what you're dealing with. You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
How do I fit this?
Listen to me. My job is, if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Shh. This is just...
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Am I?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Alright, okay.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't... What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how... But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Enter the basement. I'm not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Holy.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
What is this?
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it,
Ugh.
the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Confusion is what is it?
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi.
What the?
What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
What the hell?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
No, nothing. Ooh, I'm good.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Well,
We don't even have a weapon.
doesn't matter.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Alright. Take the harsh stairs to the left, please.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet.
I should take my
Stairs
hard
almost seem
stairs.
to
shouldn't I?
cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Huh.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
You could imagine something that soft. What? What?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What's happening?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey,
Losing
a
its
continuous
detail.
march forward to a destination long forgotten. consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Whoa. What happened?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Did we get rid of the narrator?
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess,
No.
eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Sure.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
Well, she's different.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
How strange. So, why are you here?
What?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
What is happening?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done.
What is happening?
Whatever
alright.
you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Can we just hold on? Reality is fracturing right now, so let's
Ooh, new
take a
plan. Let's
breath.
see if we can make even more of her.
How about no? Please no. It's more of
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
What?
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
What the hell?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place?
Yeah.
I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
I don't know. There's a way back.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
No.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Okay, what's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was part. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Getting down here was weird, like.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. but I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too.
Okay, this is
It's
weird.
so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Am I going crazy? What is it?
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out. And
come
barely a
on.
way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Okay.
You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Okay. Really?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was.
Okay.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can
What the
remember.
hell?
Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Okay, I feel really bad for you. What is happening?
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
What the hell?
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
What
If
is
you're
happening?
trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
No.
Just
There's gotta be
do
something else.
something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse. Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
What?
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
What is happening?
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
What? You find the blade in your hands all at once, use it to strike at her, binding as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her into anguish. What?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't...
What is happening?
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
They're blending together. Okay, I don't like this.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
This is...
Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
What?
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
I don't think we were.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
How to help her?
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Just... What are we gonna do?
Please.
There it is again.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Okay.
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
More
Why is it here?
restless.
Why now? What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
It's...
He's just messing with us. Right?
I don't know if I am. What do I look like? You... Bro? What, like... Are we... bigger, or is it just... We've got another arm? There she is. Again.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Did you feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. I'm not... I cannot...
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Alright.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay, this game has gone so weird so quickly. You have any thoughts on the vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
Okay.
They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Alright.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see.
Okay.
I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me.
Then who are you?
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Destroy your body. What?
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
It goes dark and I die. Again. I'll just... Yeah. The hero and the princess again.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay.
The world... Okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay. Am I gonna try and be silent?
The interior of the cabin, the blade, is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No. Thanks.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice softly.
Hello? Is someone there?
Wait. Nothing.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Is this...
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
No.
It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the... She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I can...
Okay. Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
What the hell is going...
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Am I the bad guy?
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't.
Shut up, narrator.
don't see what that has to do with anything.
How are you surviving?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Yeah.
You're only making this more difficult.
Nope. Man, this is getting confusing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
I do not care.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I got 2 arms now. I think I should be able to do it.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Are you sure?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Hopefully.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
With what?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
And I have
You hear the click of a lock slide. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Hey. Shut up,
I
narrator.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
What are we gonna do?
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Holy hell.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh,
you
God.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted
Everybody
wound on the
just like
princess's
that.
arm, just above the unyielding you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess approaches the
Not
bottom
this
stair,
again.
your body steps... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, but the princess dodges. Stop it. The blade! Move the... As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What do you mean? Just get rid of the blade.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
What?
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Alright.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
No, we haven't.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
And the narrator's the enemy.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Isn't he?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I suppose it...
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
No, it's not.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
We can do something, come on.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to...
Proceed to the
A warning. She will lie. If only... Excuse me?
What?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain.
Smitten.
He made our beloved brutally
What the
take our
hell?
life last time.
This-
He is trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart.
But
My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay.
Sure,
Let's go.
yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, let's see how the cabin looks this time.
The interior of the
Whoa.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
When am I going to be able to interact with that mirror? You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous
mirror
you look
still.
right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
No, wait, isn't this what?
and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
A feather? Wait, what? What the hell are we?
The door to the basement creaks open, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lived, a soft voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
What is this?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the... My love! We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
What the hell is this, bro?
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It is.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
You remember?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Of course we are.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It does.
Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Yep.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but we damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Yeah.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Kind of making me think of In Space with Markiplier right now. Doesn't reset, it's a different world.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've
Yes.
been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Okay. This man may be funny and kind of a little bit of a simp, but you know, not in a bad way. Because at least we're saving her.
Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Good.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
He hasn't lost it.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
No, it wasn't.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
I like this version.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
I mean, this is her reality is literally a cabin with no other people. I don't imagine. She would be shocked.
That's because she's perfect.
Sure. Good enough reason.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Are you sure?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
What?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
What is happening? Wait, what?
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Okay. What happened, Fred?
You died, and now we're talking.
What? That's...
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
What the hell? Oh.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
There we go.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
What do you mean?
So go ahead and...
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Wait, what? What?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Does she admire us because we try to save her?
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Yeah.
Not so sure.
What is with her, though? They're not usually like this.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Is that it?
I would if you had a weapon.
Wait, just don't pick up the knife. Is that how you get in our body? You have to have a...
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay.
You wouldn't. I would.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Also, what the hell are we?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Yes.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
This is nice, but don't trust it.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Nice.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yes, sir.
What do we do now?
We try and escape?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
True, I think.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
How about you?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
What's that?
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do? I just want to make you happy.
What?
She can't just want to make us happy.
Is that?
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd
What does
want
that
the
mean?
same for us.
Oh.
I just want to make you happy.
What?
Is she broken?
What's going
What's
on?
going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I just want to make you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Ugh.
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end. Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here? No! She was our perfect. She's gone. And is that a. But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be
It's
the end of
fine,
everything.
man. You'll be back.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and
Smack in.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Okay.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
How do we look now? What the hell?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me. Even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Alright.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
I have no idea what the hell to do. It's just an endless loop. I'm not gonna.
This one is soft and delicate, You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Why?
My perspectives are shadowed.
Okay.
You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
What do we do?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Okay.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Okay.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening.
What?
Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me. The tides do not dictate
Okay.
where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets.
Alright.
My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me. We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Then goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Let's just go back.
You make your way up the short.
I don't care. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is ablaze.
I'm gonna enter. I'm not taking that blade ever again.
The door to the basement, her voice
Hello?
is hypnotized. Don't let. How many times do I have?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and she's beautiful. I am begging you.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all.
Let's see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No,
Right.
you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess. They're large and heavy. Far too
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No. Okay. how
Maybe
do
it's
we-
somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the base. Is someone else here? You try the door. You're shout. You're here. You make your way easier for everyone. Look at them.
I heard the door slam. They locked.
There's a slight
Yeah.
panic
Alright.
rising in the prince.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know.
She barely hesitates
yeah,
before
shit,
raising
yeah.
her arm as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use. You won't like.
Save princess.
Fine. Against your. You cut into her. The blade is sharp. Her
Oh,
limb
yeah.
falls to the ground. She didn't so. No. She did. She smiles softly as her gaze. How is she still smart?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No. We won't have any of that. The stake as the princess approaches the
Not
bottom
again,
stair.
bruh.
Your body. Wait. This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you?
We can't No, no, no.
Okay, there's no going back now. And with you, you bring the blade down to strike at them, but she's fast. She ducks.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think—
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
What the hell?
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. It can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What the hell?
You're on a path. You're here. A warning. Before you go any, she will lie. Don't worry.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of not the blade.
Let's look at the mirror again.
You walk up to— What are you talking? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. No blade. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Right?
The door to the weak start. The air smells. Her voice skitters up from below.
something nasty finds itself on my stairs? Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hey, don't.
But you are. You're a wretched. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognize—
She must have you confused. She seems friendly. You can't. Unless you slay her right. Look, I'm
Okay,
just
this
throwing
is not
ideas
good.
out there. Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? You need to stop lingering. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the base. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along.
She's acting like the two of you already know each. Oh, no. That's pretty sharp. How do you call it? Deduct. Well, you seem to
Okay.
be great at it.
Okay, opportunist.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember
That means such a
last
possess.
time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality. Even I'm just glad we could put all this behind. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been. Let's chat her up a
Come on.
bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult
No,
than they.
we're talking.
Well,
Oh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right.
oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Okay.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it. Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You were the one who tried to kill me when my—
Look, I know. But I think.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you?
Okay.
All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a
Hopefully
way out
this gets
after
us to-
all.
Let's
And
see, I don't know how
unfortunately,
much
you're
I
the
can
only one I
record it.
have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Okay.
We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an
feel like you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I
Okay.
may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Okay.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Yeah, because you
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. Even
Yeesh.
if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back.
That's true.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
Okay.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That's a woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Okay.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until she never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows.
Yeah.
We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition...
Hey, shut up, narrator.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my... Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't... No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt you. But... The princess is silent as you both continue. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your... What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess... Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking... The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
Yeah. I want to begin
I'm afraid your back is broken.
Okay.
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
I don't think anyone likes having a broken back.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered
Yeah.
not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Sure.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Mm-hmm.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done. Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't. But even more than I wanted my freedom, I really, really wanted to hurt you.
Okay, why?
And you know as well as I that by our very natures, only one of us could make it up those stairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's... And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be... It's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us.
Yeah.
And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yep.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between
I
you
am.
for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Okay.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yep.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Jeez.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Well, it's
I think
happening
he's
again.
gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Well, that's not a good visual to have.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. If he thinks it... Okay. Finally.
Let's go. Oh, what does this look like? What? Rabbit. What does that mean?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Alright.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Okay. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
I guess.
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. I do.
Do not look to one who
Okay.
fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
I suppose. How many more vessels do I need?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
1.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to...
Okay.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I will see you when you What textures will you weave for
Now close the game again.
Box, will you be... You'll always come back to the box.
You close the game again. Then I open it. I am not going down like this. Jeez.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never let... The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Suppose.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. Okay, how do we get around this?
You're on a path. You're here to
Okay, let's go to the cabin.
You make your way. The interior blade.
Take the blade. Lock on
Door
the
to the basement. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the... She's so coldly... Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just...
That giant knife you're holding kind of...
The blade. Don't you dare. It's fine.
Drop it.
The blade
Thank you. Maybe now...
against will be... Don't know.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. I know. I just said...
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned...
Don't just tell.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here...
Alright.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be
Come on,
capable of
let's
ending
find
the
us out.
world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have...
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere doubtful.
Well, you do have that big, sharp...
She speaks. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure you attempt to... Someone else... You try the door. You're here. You're shout. You make your way back.
again.
Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't like.
Save the princess.
Against your better judge, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp. She didn't so much as utter. Free from her. How is she so composed?
Thank you.
No, we won't have any. Wait, watch me.
No.
You bring the blade down on, okay? There's no. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you. But if we're... Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, you fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back.
She places a confident heel on your chest, and her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed. It can't just end like this. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark.
Alright, let's do this. The tower.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, let's proceed to the cabin.
Warn. She will we might. Can we? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, I agree. Rescue her. So please try to ignore. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose. The blade. Why do we feel so? We don't feel small.
It's a mirror again.
You walk up to the. What are you talking about? You reach forward and we should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen. No blade this time. Yeah, blade. No blade. It doesn't matter.
Damn.
The door to the basement creaks. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. Her booming voice.
Is that a guest I hear?
Whoa.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness.
You weren't kidding when you said you shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless it doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
What the hell?
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
Okay. This is weird. Let's go.
And more than a little disappointing.
Disappointing? What do you mean? I was trying to save you before, but find a different way to save you, but... Well...
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
No or kneel? Huh. No.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, you're...
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Bird? What do you mean, bird? Why did you say feather and bird? What is this?
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
What?
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Okay.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Okay.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say... She's right. And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her?
She's kind of floating off the ground, I don't know.
Well, I'll be damned. That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now.
Chef Dune.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am.
And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay. Bit of a god complex.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet. All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
You could break them yourself.
Don't be rude. Of course, it's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to... That's exactly why it's rude.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Jeez, alright.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
Doesn't that put me in like some kind of higher status than you or something?
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Better dawn? Okay.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end,
Okay.
no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Does it? After all I've been through, I would be very inclined to disagree.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
I'm not giving in to it. I know what you guys are thinking. You now and you horny sons of...
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Sorry, I'm not gonna be controlled.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
What?
Is that a person? No. It used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
An echo? What do you mean?
Is she talking about you?
What?
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you
Exactly.
are. You're mine.
Ah!
What was that?
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
What the hell?
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done. You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please don't do this.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea at all. I have to. It's over. I'm sorry. What?
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
What? Alright, what's down?
Nothing. And then, everything.
What? There it is. The last one.
She's gone, and there's that. But it feels so bad. I don't want. Okay. A mercy.
How do we look now? What is inside? I'm nothing. What? It can't be nothing. I'm a crow?
I think you know what I am.
What?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him.
What?
Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
It's like you.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
What?
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Okay, I gotta keep asking questions.
She is the shifting mound,
What?
the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die,
What?
for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Yeah. Come on.
If that's your belief,
Yeah.
there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Well, I mean, kind of, but gotta be something. People out there.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
No, this is...
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You're delusional.
Only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
You're wrong. You've done to us. You think anyone deserves to live? What? What? Come on. If she's capable of coming, whatever. If you make it in.
You're the long quiet.
What?
The god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm a god? What if neither of us leave this place?
It wouldn't work. Her nature is the shifting mount, and until then...
Dang it. I haven't done.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Whoa, is it the good? Okay. Okay, what the hell? What the...
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I suppose?
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do we know each other?
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting.
What?
But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Can I save? Okay, there's so many stories.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Why is this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you can, but violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
I don't want to fight. Honestly.
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it.
She's got different personalities, I suppose.
Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
Man. What the hell?
Behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
My back broke.
But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no between growth and
And there is always time.
okay. Is it this one?
Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
What a tear.
Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
Who's... Oh, God.
Violence is small view. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible, and in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything.
What?
A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
I understand you think.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
I'll get over it. I'll see. No. Doesn't matter how I feel, death is shameful. Would you strip them and leave them all to suffer? Yeah, it would be.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Yeah. It's the thing about being immortal. So.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Even things, even when you get this.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't want to. Just put there. Then you can't. So you can't understand.
What I offer you is not perspective.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Yeah, we need something.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Okay.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
It's this again. But it's gaining detail instead.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you need me to describe things? It's just us. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was... Yeah. He really put us through hell, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, man.
Yeah. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Okay. I don't want, but...
That's probably for the best.
I don't want to fight.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yeah.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go.
Yeah.
We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Let's do this.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Okay. Sip with her. I don't want to be a guy.
Honestly, me neither. No. I feel like I'm myself again.
Which is better than it is out there.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
What do you got?
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
That's...
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Hey. I don't think so.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
This right now. We know him.
Well, I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
But this is... We gotta find an end to this. Okay.
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
I don't know about this.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
This is every single time.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
And...
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
There's gotta be something else besides that. Right.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Anyway.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Eesh. I don't know.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
And... Why couldn't there be your other choice? Come on! Sure.
Oh, I love you too.
You're on a path in the. You're here to
Is there any other? Is this? Nah, man. Game.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe we.
You're on. You're.
Oh, either way. And then this loop. I'm not gonna do the other engine. I don't have the. No. Just no. Anyway. Thanks for watching. That's been like a 3-hour recording, but probably have to cut that down a lot. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next thing I do. Bye.